Shut up and sit down. Just buy me PS5. I'll start that business.
Why are you laughing? No, why are you laughing? For real?
Okay. I mean, like, you simply just have to look at that design. It looks absolutely like. Looking at it, how exactly would you compare the design?
No, you can't compare them.
And that's harsh.
That's not harsh.
It's not. But and that would be my expression for the whole PlayStation 5. I mean, like, you simply just have to look at that design. It looks absolutely like a router. That's majorly what I'll say. But come on, compared to what it is that Xbox gave us, Xbox simply just made another box and then they slapped the logo on it, which, of course, if you know, a wise man once said, it's not what's on the outside you're looking at, it's what is on the inside. And if you know anything about wise words, you know that I made that up like possibly seconds ago. But nonetheless, it's not the Xbox we are talking about. We are talking about the PlayStation 5, which, by the way, I think, cancel out that I said it did look like a router. It actually does look cool. A friend of mine says it's futuristic, but nah, I don't think it is. It's more like a PlayStation 3 wrapped in a white cardboard, which kind of like still looks cool, given that they even gave us like a new color concept, white and black, which I believe is actually fantastic. But that's not even what I'm really concerned about. What I'm concerned is the console actually really coming out. Then we could all see and judge for ourselves what really did the PlayStation 5, the Sony team make in the PlayStation 5, and possibly maybe we would see what it is that the Microsoft team made with the Xbox X series. And once that is out of the way, then we could make our assumptions and judge it fair and square. But now, if let's say, good, possibly you could argue the PlayStation 5 looks really great, looks awesome, looks scrappy, whatever it is you decide to say. What I am really concerned about is what games we play on these consoles. So if you get what I'm saying, I really am just looking forward to the games themselves. To some extent, possibly maybe we would get like better graphics compared to the PS4, which is off the top of your head you should expect with the PS5, and maybe some more gaming power that would make us play more interesting games and get like more content out of the games we play. For me, I would say, I know I am kind of like looking forward to the Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but now I actually want to see a couple more games that will be coming out with the PlayStation 5. And now Sony also did list out a couple of games that will be coming out when the PS5 is out. I think a couple will be Resident Evil. Yeah, we were expecting Cyberpunk. I think GTA 5 possibly would come out with this PlayStation 5. Now, I don't know when GTA 6 will be out, but hopefully that is like early next year. And then once all of that is out, I think I am just looking forward to just play the games on these consoles and see how far that takes us. But definitely, I know for a lot of you who are Xbox fans, pardon me for whatever it is I said about Xbox, we definitely will make a brand new video, possibly, if I remember, about Xbox. And then we'll talk about all the fun stuff that Xbox is bringing into the console on the next video, if we ever decide to make it. So guys, there are absolutely 5 things I would say I am particularly interested, or not just interested, but I look forward to when the PlayStation 5 is out. Now, for starters, I know there are a couple of exclusive games that I would like to see in the PlayStation 5. First would be, you know, if you have ever played the Resident Evil, yeah, there is a new exclusive. Now, for me, I never really did get past the first level of, there was this Resident Evil on VR. I didn't go through that first stage. But now there's a new Resident Evil, which I think possibly the creators of this game are not even really concerned about the safety of whoever is playing. But outside Resident Evil, we've got Spider-Man, we've got Horizon, we've got Gran Turismo 7. So with all of that, I think it's actually going to be a very interesting season for PlayStation. Aside from the exclusive, PlayStation are going to be giving us, you know, there will be 2 different variations for the PlayStation 5. There is the one that's kind of like, you know, with the CD, which makes it then look like a real DVD player in a way. But then there is the completely digital version, which means it does not use a CD. So that way, I think it possibly explains the 2 variations. right after the variations that we'll be getting for the PlayStations, another thing I think I would also like to see very well close up would be the accessories that will be coming with the PlayStation. Of course, we know we'll get our, the controllers will be there, but now we are going to, I don't know if it's going to be in a package, so like if you get a console, possibly you get all of that, but I think they're adding a remote controller this time, which, okay, I will make no comments on that, but outside the remote controller, there is the headphones, then there is the camera, which is, I believe it's for positioning. If you have played the VR on PlayStation, you kind of like would have a sense of what the camera does. But nonetheless, I am just thrilled to see what exactly they'll be giving us when this console finally drops. But outside that, I know a lot of you are really interested in knowing how much does the PlayStation 5 actually cost. Now, I don't think Sony has released the price tag for the PlayStation 5, but if I should estimate, it will be somewhere around maybe 250k when it's out. But now for it to be shipped down to Nigeria, especially in this whole pandemic crisis, I'm looking at something like around 400 to 500k for the PlayStation 5, which honestly, if anybody does get that for me, I promise to love you completely, because that would be a very worthy investment. But regardless of what it is, one thing I can then assure you, which is like the fifth thing I would say you should look forward to, is the PlayStation 5 would be readily available for you guys to play in the lounge. So as soon as it's up, possibly maybe to like take like a week or two, just to get the shipping done. But absolutely, you guys will be able to play the PlayStation 5 here in the lounge, and possibly even with me. And we could go like a couple of rounds, 1v1s, head-to-heads, what have you. And I am sure you possibly will be thrilled. Yeah, I think you will be thrilled when the PlayStation 5 is out, because trust me, all this hype that is like building up, you have not even heard all the hype. Because currently, I have with me a very good friend of mine, Leo, and Leo is going to be like, let's just say Leo is going to be hyping PlayStation 5. But then, let's welcome Leo. So, majorly, I would say you have seen the design for the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
And then you also saw the design that Xbox made for the Series X.
Why are you laughing? No, why are you laughing? For real?
Okay. Looking at it, how exactly would you compare the design?
No, you can't compare them.
Why?
Because there's nothing to compare. Xbox just made a box. Just like, have you played this game, Card Against Humanity? Yeah, I think I have it right here. Okay. So Xbox literally made this box, and they called it the Xbox Series X.
In the real sense, if you have seen the actual photo for what the Xbox looks like, it does look like it. Like, it looks like literally like a box.
Nah, no, sorry, the other way around. Yeah.
So you are saying like majorly the Xbox? That's weird, and that's harsh.
That's
it's not fair to the Microsoft
I'm saying the truth.
Xbox. Like you are simply saying they made a bigger Cards Against Humanity box.
They made an advanced version of the Card Against Humanity box. So like, it's logical.
But then I would say to be on the side of Xbox, I would say for the features they did put into that box, it is still a box nonetheless. But the features they did put into that box, I mean, like, possibly it has reasons why. So you just can't take off all their work because then they made a box, which of course they did make a box. But then if you say the Xbox made a box, the PlayStation 5 made a router.
Can't be a router.
How exactly?
Okay, yo, chill. I was actually turned into an Xbox person because of the controller.
Yeah, I mean Xbox.
I love the controller.
The control is really cool.
So you're saying the Xbox Series X, this is a new gen console.
Yeah.
There should be changes, like lots of changes. You did your changes with the Xbox 350.
Yeah.
360 rather. You did the changes with Xbox 360. Why can't you just change? You did changes with the Xbox One. Why can't you just change the whole concept of the Series X? The controller, you just added one button to the controller and that's it.
Ouch. That rubbed up. Okay, but looking at it, they did that. They did that. And we know it's a new gen console. Yeah. And possibly we're expecting something futuristic.
No, to be honest, I was expecting something out of the box. But they gave us the box instead of something out of the box. So
That is a lot of fun. So for Xbox, we wanted something out of the box. Xbox gave us another box, a bigger box,
A bigger box.
blacker box.
a bigger blacker box. Actually, a bigger Card Against Humanity box.
Xbox, way to go. Way to go. You guys really did have fun with that.
Yeah.
But now, speaking about what it is that PlayStation did, PlayStation 5.
Yo,
I mean,
yo.
yeah, that was dope.
To be
but
honest-
like, was it really futuristic?
No, that was the future.
Oh,
You don't have to have if it was. It is the future.
man. So, okay, what exactly, when you saw the design,
Yeah.
when you saw the concept, when they reviewed it, how did you feel about that design?
I felt like this electricity moving around my body.
Also,
I actually
I
had
did like
goosebumps. Yeah, that was
Actually, like, I did feel excited when
no.
I saw
At
it.
first, yeah, like I was watching it with someone.
Okay.
His name is Damola. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're watching together, and they started showing the bubbles part of it, and I was like, "Whoa, this is
is
something!"
really
And they were
cool.
like creating something for me. I was like, "Okay, probably a box that has different stuff." Then the bubble stuff just parted, and something came true. You know what came true? The future of gaming, the future of console gaming. It came true.
Actually, for the design, I would give it to PlayStation. They did a fantastic job on that compared to what is Xbox gave. But if this console is out, I mean, when the Xbox is out and when the PlayStation 5 is out, I think we'll then be able to properly judge.
Okay, sorry.
Why
Let me
we-
cut you short.
Okay, he did cut me short, so
I won't say by then we'll probably. Okay, let's say Xbox, they are known for stronger consoles.
yeah,
Consoles stronger.
yeah, that's true.
The graphic cards and everything are way more better.
I think durability is part of their concept. They make
Yeah.
more durable consoles.
Yeah, and PlayStation this year, I won't say PlayStation won the design.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah,
by
the
far.
controller, everything about the controller is wonderful. It's a controller that you can actually dream about every day.
Would you dream about the controller every day?
Bruh, I would dream about the controller every second.
Okay, do you think that possibly PlayStation dubbed at least something for this PlayStation 5 controller from the Xbox? Do you think that's a possibility?
For now, I don't really know. Okay, let's say the shape of the controller.
To some extent, yeah, it still feels like PlayStation, but in a way,
But
kind
yeah,
of like
the reason why I like Xbox is because of the controller.
that's all.
Just imagine now that PlayStation is giving me the controller I always wanted from Xbox, even better, because now the design is more better than the Xbox One S controller. So them giving me that, I have nothing to do with the Xbox anymore, I'm sorry to say. I'm just going straight down to my PlayStation 5, learn how to use my PlayStation 5 and just forget about the Xbox. Doesn't mean I won't play the Series X, I will, just to know how it feels.
So then you can make your comparisons from how it feels. So what games would you say you are looking forward to on the PlayStation 5?
That's another thing, PlayStation exclusive.
PlayStation exclusive, so you are kind of like, you are big on the exclusive games.
Big fan of the exclusive games.
So what exclusive game are you
Let me
looking
just start
for?
from right from time. PlayStation had Mother exclusive, like God of War. Who doesn't play God of War? One game of the year.
Well, God of War is actually one dope one. Did you see Spider-Man has actually been one?
Yeah.
Like I think it's another featured exclusive that is actually going to do well on the PlayStation.
And there's a new Spider-Man coming out from the PS5.
There's a
Black
new one.
Spider-Man.
Wow. Yeah, I did find out. I found out that yes, the Spider-Man, although essentially I didn't know what Spider-Man because
Okay, have you watched Into the Spider-Verse?
yeah, I think at some point I did.
That there's a
Like there are several.
Yeah. And the main character is a black guy.
Spider-Man.
So they used the guy for the gaming. So they
And
made
that would be dope.
yeah, like it's way doper, way more crazier. And me also, I'm a huge fan of the Horizon.
I actually never played Horizon.
I played it like it was big for me. Like I finished the game. I was looking forward to the next part because I was expecting the next part would definitely come out on PlayStation 2, like what they did with The Last of Us.
Oh,
Will come out in PlayStation 4 rather. Sorry.
oh, so yeah, it was a PlayStation 4
Yeah,
game.
sorry. Come out in PlayStation 4, like what they did with The Last of Us. So I was looking forward to them bringing it out in PlayStation 4. But shockingly, they brought
And
it
now,
out in PlayStation.
so that's like more fun for you.
More
So which
crazy
means
fun,
you get to
man.
play your favorite game or part of your favorite games
Yeah.
in the new console.
Yeah.
And I think I'm actually even looking forward to what FIFA 21 would look like.
Oh, and the NBA 2K, they did a review for the NBA 2K also, when they were doing
Like doing the
everything.
unveiling of the
Yeah,
game.
unveiling of the game. And the 2K is mad.
Well,
The
I trust
Hitman,
you.
I saw the Hitman, the way the clothes were flying and everything.
I think with this next generation consoles,
Yeah.
I think with the power that they are putting into these gaming consoles,
Yeah.
I feel like it will give players more in-depth experience and details as to how it is we kind of like get attached to this gaming. You know that concept of actually playing real characters in a game?
Yeah.
I think we are like slowly getting there. But that would be all for it, guys, because for Leo here, I would trust Leo definitely wants to play the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
For me, I am just still stuck on the design that Xbox made, but when all of that is out, we definitely will see how all of that goes. So thank you, Leo, for joining me today on...
Oh, we're not meant to shake hands.
How?
The pandemic. There's COVID-19.
And now Leo has to use the sanitizer, and then our man behind the camera is penalizing us. I actually also have to use the hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, man, much love. Thank you for coming on the show today.
Yeah, see you later.
Yep. Like this video, share, and subscribe. I definitely will be bringing you guys more interesting stuff that you guys would absolutely love. And if there is any new thing you'd like to see on the channel, be sure to leave it down in the comments below, and I will see you in the very next video.